All right, who was that first spiritual experience they'd like to share with us?
I got.
Okay, go ahead.
With all these different sightings and stuff like that, with all these crafts everywhere, what does that mean for us here?
Disclosure. It means that we're on the verge of having extraterrestrial direct contact. Not that they'll land on your lawn necessarily, but it'll be on the news. It'll be an ordinary thing, accepted by the general population that extraterrestrials are real. We have a veil that they place around the Earth, a barrier. You can decide whether it's to keep reptilians in or keep certain beings out, but the veil has been lifted so that beings can travel freely in and out of the atmosphere. And there's every indication that full disclosure is about to happen. They're about to make their presence known in a very public way.
Well, that is Christian.
Rahul Bat, how you doing, family?
Good, sir. Good. Very good.
Good to hear your voice. Looking for any spiritual experience or questions? Go ahead, sister, if you have, just
Rahul Bat,
keep telling it. Yes.
Rahul Bat.
Rahul Bat.
No, I was just wondering because
I just want to say.
Wait a minute now. Go ahead, sister. No, go ahead, sister.
What I was going to say is.
No. Don't do that, brother. Go ahead, sister.
I've been seeing crafts for, a very, very long time, for years now. But I noticed that it seems like ever since before Thanksgiving, when I went to Georgia, I've been seeing them a lot more and a lot more frequent. Like last night, I looked out and I sent the video to you because I took two separate videos of this craft, and then it was going to the right at first, then it stopped, then it went ahead and went left.
Could you describe the shape of it?
It wasn't going fast, and then the thing that I
could you see the shape of it?
No, not really. I could just see the lights and stuff like that because, from where I'm at and, where it was at from afar off, most of the ones that I've been taking videos of since I've been back in Ohio, they're not even at a real high altitude, which I really think is interesting. But the one that I seen last night, when it stopped, it had this white light that got, real bright. And it was like they was letting me know, we know the video on there. Then the light went down some more, and then it was red again, and just went back the other way and stuff. And then
let me suggest to you, if I might suggest to you, and to all of you, that star 6 your phones, family, that most of the people here are from different planetary systems, different dimensions, different galaxies even. Are you following me? So that in the last days, your own home planet and that occupy it are coming for their own. Any of you that can graduate and raise up in consciousness to the level that you're ready to be reintegrated into the Intergalactic Confederation. If everybody is clear about what that is. If not, you can question it.
I follow.
Okay.
Could you go into more detail on that one?
Intergalactic Confederation they have many established groups of extraterrestrials of various species that are collectives that are in total agreement on one thing. In order to qualify to be a part of that, you have to agree on the oneness, Tawheed, as we say in Islam, or the oneness of the Creator, and that we are all one, irrespective of our outer appearance, whether you look like a praying mantis or humanoid. you understand, or overstand rather, that we are all one from the same source, and we're all papa, the all, as a definite article, or one with all. Are you following me? Now,
Oh, yeah.
these intergalactic confederations,
is being recorded.
they range over the vast extent, like I said, in different galaxies, star systems, and even dimensions. Right?
Right.
So what a lot of people don't realize is that when you experience what you call death here, that you raise up into a vibration on your own level of consciousness, and if you pass the test of agreeableness, you'll find yourself in a location surrounded by beings like-minded, on the same level of consciousness as you, and thinking just like you. And as a collective, you all can build communities, cities, or even worlds. You follow me? But that would be, in a sense, a sort of a heavenly community for you. I remember one time, I was in another dimension. I was laying in bed, and then the mother of 3 of my children was on the left-hand side of me in the bed, and I don't like her and her vibe. She did everything in the power to destroy me. She's a real reptilian. And I got upset with Partner Babianoon because he was standing up in the room, and I knew he had something to do with that. Anyway, the scene shifted, and we were sitting on thrones, he and I, on a high place looking down. And there was a clearing in a shaded area with an opening in the center like a garden, and it was surrounded by little cottages, a very beautiful scene. And they were mingling in the clearing, brothers and sisters dressed in long white robes, communicating very gently and serene. And you could sense that there was no hostility, no tension. It was a scene of paradise, right? So I want to suggest that that's one of those realities that you could end up in. Because there's no such thing as death. You just ascend, tab deck, plane after plane. You just keep ascending up higher and higher, back towards the source from which you fell. From which you fell. All of you used to belong to one of those intergalactic communities in the Confederation of Planets. But in those societies, they have sometimes the emergence of unruly beings. We as angelic hosts, we don't have laws, but we have legacy. So there are rules that can be broken. You follow? If you start acting like an individual and you don't have any concern for anybody except you and your own and what have you, then you lose your qualifications. You're not worthy of being in a community like that of divine love and oneness. And then you were cast down here to Earth, which was a planet that was created as a penitentiary for wayward angels. Not a place for torment and torture, but it's kind of like a hospital for the spiritually sick. And if you can be reformed without recalcitrant, without reverting back like a dog to his own vomit to the same negative ways, and you pass the test finally, then you can be reintegrated back in the Intergalactic Confederation in your own society on your own home planet. Are you following me? On high. Yes. But the same thing it took to get your baby is going to take the same thing to keep her. You hear me?
Bad. I'm on.
Bad. How you doing?
Hey, bro.
You got some for us, son?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, forgive me if I'm late, but that black reptilian piece was some serious food for thought.
Okay. And what about the second one?
I didn't watch the second one yet.
Yeah, well, that was really sick. We have Keith Amun to thank for that. in Ohio. And I also want to give a shout out to Ann in London for a donation. Are you here, Ann? London, are you here?
Oh yeah, but she's not.
Okay, you're here, right, Ann?
This
Oh,
is
Cheryl. Okay, I'm glad you're here, Cheryl. But I just want to give a shout out to Ann and thank her very much, you know, and I tip my celestial hat to her for that well-timed donation, which everybody should be doing at least once a month to help support the group. But you already know that, you know, so people are not doing it. It's because, like I was just saying, in order to qualify for the oneness and be reintegrated or re-accepted into the Intergalactic Confederation or be a member of heaven, you know, that's one of the prerequisites right there. To be in support of the truth. To show your appreciation for people volunteering to come down to this low level under the threat of, you know, imprisonment and even assassination in order to help guide you back home. That you at least show some support by writing testimonies and above all posting up the post that I go out of my way to put together for you every Thursday and Sunday, and look at the information that I send to you all as a gift. Cheryl, did you get that post, the gifted, about the black reptilian?
Is that the last one you sent out?
Yes.
On Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I got that one, yeah.
Very good, but did you take time you haven't looked at it yet then?
Not yet, no.
Okay, well, I really do appreciate it when you all take time to really study the information that I send you. And as far as you people are going out of your way to post up the post to try to generate a large following in the class, you will be blessed, I guarantee you, that you will be blessed for your efforts. And the ones that don't, you be left behind where you belong, you know.
This call is being recorded.
All right. What's that next question or spiritual experience anybody has?
I have a question about how do you deal with fear when you see everything that's going on in the you know, the world and the United States and stuff.
How do you deal with fear?
Yes.
Okay, you have to internalize the fact that you seek refuge in the Most High. His name alone is a strong tower. The righteous seek refuge in it, and by that they are saved. In other words, you have to know that the Heavenly Father is your only protection in these last days. You see, for example, Donald Trump, he just yesterday had the ICE round up at least over 30,000 Latinos. And I was shocked to find that he had them sent to Gitmo, to Guantanamo Bay, a facility that they have there for terrorists, where they perform tortures and this, that, the other. And the groups that he gathered up had a lot of papers to prove they were American citizens, and they didn't care about that. So he already voiced that he don't care if you're an American citizen or not. If he finds you undesirable, you're gone. And he's trying to build a kind of a Pleasantville. And these beings that he took, the 30,000 and more, they look like white people, literally. So I don't think that you all qualify. And if that's you talking about the type of things like that may put fear in you, you only have cause to fear if you're not contributing to the success of this group and trying to help raise 144,000 and support the truth and propagate and spread it all over the world. If you're not putting any effort in that, then you have reason to be afraid, and I'd be remiss if I told you not to be afraid. You follow me? Because you have to be protected by the Heavenly Father. And there's only one way to the Father, and that's through the Son. And a lot of people may not believe that, or you know, and at this point, it's all right. I tip my celestial hat and throw my hat at you. Okay. You know, believe you have free will. Believe what you want. But you've been given enough evidence. The Most High will ask you in the last days, did I not send unto you my messengers and my books and the clear proofs and the evidence, yes or no? And how would your response be, family? Did he do those things for you?
Yes.
Okay. Then you have no excuse not to support the group and be doing everything you can to help raise the 144,000, right? Because if not, what his response is, then slink ye into the pit and speak not unto me.
What is the group? I don't know if I'm in that group.
The group are the ones here that are working to help raise the 144,000, sister. Conscious, enlightened beings. It's time for the gathering. When you see biblically quotes like, "Behold, I looked at Mount Zion, and there stood a Lamb, and with him 144,000, with their Father's name written in their foreheads, indicative of their third eye is open." That's the group you want to be in that number when the saints go marching in, right?
Yeah, I meant like how you said earlier about donating. Like, I don't know if I'm in that chat or anything like that. So that's why I was wondering what.
Yeah, you're in that. You're on the conference call with us right now. I am Nitir Authority, Amun-Rayay Asa, or Amun-Rayay. I evolved from Imam Ahmed Abdullah Muhammad al-Mahdi, descended from Muhammad Ahmed of the Sudan. Ashadu la ilaha illallah, Ashadu Muhammadan Rasulullah, wa Ashadu Muhammad Ahmed, Kalatat Abduhu wa Wasuluhu. Known in English as Pastor Larry Dammonsberg. I'm also the second part of Elijah, and also Ahmed, of one of the two witnesses, and one with Panabab Yanun. He and I are one. We share the same oversoul. I'm the last of the 12 elders, stated in the Holy Tablets and in many scriptures and all the Pataraks and actual facts. I am that Amun in the back of the Patarak concentration that he wrote the prayer about. The prayer of Amun. And we are gathering here today. I'm the last and final elder that will perform miracles greater and more glorious than all the previous ones. So yes, I do perform miracles and I heal people, etc. But there are some people who are just not impressed with that. You follow what I mean? They follow beings that don't have any connection with the Most High whatsoever. You know, wordsmiths, they talk a good game. But sister, I'm glad you're here tonight. And what is your name?
Jasmine. I had also sent you an email about the testimony I had last Thursday.
I love you. Didn't I respond to you?
No, I didn't get a response.
I don't know why. I sent you a lot of links and videos and classes as a gift. But send me another test email to Orion9StarMover@gmail.com with a testimony after tonight's class, and I will resend again until. Let me give you my home number too to make sure that you can get what I'm trying to get to you. You have something to write with?
Yes.
478-454-4004. Or you can reach me at 215-971-4426. Katat, did you have something you want to share with the group tonight?
No, that was it.
Okay, very good. I have something I want to. Very good.
Go ahead. No,
go ahead.
The assignment that you requested last night that I did, I'm going to go ahead
very
and
good.
speak on that real quick.
And you had, okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No. We waiting on you.
Okay. Well, the Messiah had asked me to do something last night, and I always do what he asked me to do. Long story short, one of the videos that I've seen about Trump and all these executive orders that he's put in place, which I found real interesting. The first city that they showed and talked about was Chicago, and about how, you know, a lot of the migrants there, they're really scared and stuff like that. A lot of people aren't sending their kids to school. They're not trying to go out anywhere and stuff like that. And they also said that there is a 50 to 60% loss as far as all the businesses that are suffering there because of that. And they said especially the restaurant business. And
what she's saying, alluding to, is that the word has gone out in these Spanish communities that ICE is on the run to pick up all the people and send them out of the country, and even worse, to get more. And so parents are refusing to send their children to school. People don't want to show up at work. You know, there's a law in the United States that they're not supposed to go to hospitals or churches or schools and certain things like that. But Trump is defying all of that and going to pick them up anywhere he can find them. And so people are being paralyzed with fear, and they don't want to expose themselves, so they just ball up in a fetal position and hiding under their beds. And so you're missing a lot of people at work in restaurants and nurses and farm workers and at all levels of the society. And if they keep up putting that psychological pressure on them, this society will eventually fail. When he finds out that these people play a much more integral role in society than they imagine in their arrogance. They think they can create a Pleasantville and have a whole country of just white people, immigrants from Europe, and nobody else here in the country. But you have to think about it. For example, the Caucasian has caused 2 world wars and many others, but World War I and World War II, and even the Civil War, I don't think any of those wars, they could have been victorious without the Buffaloes and the Tuskegee Airmen. In other words, without Puerto Rican and black and all different types of soldiers that are American citizens that helped them win. You follow me? So they're out slapping everybody in the face all around the world, and they've been hiding behind these different people they call minorities. That is actually a lie, because we are the majority. Minority is just a numerical way of saying inferiority. They kind of suggest that we're inferior to the majority rules, which is no longer true in this country for sure, because white people are the minority in the United States. But there are some bigoted, arrogant white folks that are trying to hold on to a dead dream of when they had everybody fooled up for 6,000 years under the spell, and don't realize that time is over. You follow me? And there are those, let's call them niggers, that really believe in them like that. You know what I'm saying? The coons that believe it, they really believe that they're the master and not the Almighty, the Creator. In other words, the devil is the God to some of these reptilian-type Negroes. And AI, artificial intelligence. And they're not involved in they're not really interested in trying to ascend to 5D, to the 5th dimension. They're the ones that are chasing behind 5G. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're trapped in the mud of their own flesh. They're just waiting around, to die and go to hell. Just a minute, family, but think of your questions, the spiritual experiences. After that, I have something I'd like to share with you. All right, what's that next question?
I have something to add on to what Keefa just stated.
Very good. Thank you, Uncle. Go ahead. Come in.
Okay. I too saw the videos and of them rioting and everybody in total fear and chaos. And
Right.
they're trying to say on the internet that it's supposed to be for illegal aliens or undocumented individuals or immigrants. But you spoke of earlier about them not being able to go into hospitals and courthouses and schools and things like that.
Not supposed. There's a law against established law,
Exactly.
but they're ignoring it, and they are going into those places in violation of that law.
Yes, Trump rescinded that is no longer, it's called the sanctuary laws, and a lot of states have those in place where you can't go because for the mere fact that people in those places would be traumatized, and they're supposed to stand for one thing, but they're doing something completely different.
Right.
So
If you can't go to the hospital or go to school or go to a church without being afraid of being kidnapped and abducted or something, then that's right. It's not a free society.
But he's instructed the ICE agents to just, pull out all the stops, and they're going to have expedited removals immediately.
Well, he's a lawbreaker, just like he let all those criminals from January 6th go free.
Yes, absolutely.
So he's signaling to Satan that it's time for the reptiles to come out. He's going to be their God and give them cover. He's cloaking for evil.
If they can't present proof that they've been in the U.S. with a good record within the last 2 years, and they're immediately taken in. So
yeah, but the problem with that is Trump made a public statement that even if they had proof and they were documented, that he could still be sent back.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just so many different lies. There are different spins on how. He's
the lawless one that the Bible speaks about in Revelation. Abaddon, Apollyon, Usema. He's the Antichrist.
He takes no responsibility for the crash, for the plane. He takes none whatsoever, saying that he had nothing to do with it. So
exactly right.
Well, but they've also had 2 more crashes since then. I just seen one earlier today. Okay, they had the one in Washington, then the next one was in Philadelphia, and then they just had one in Houston today. Another plane crash.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a lot more happening. Now, I would like to say to people that if, in fact, there's not a violent public outcry about the things that are being done and all the laws that he's breaking and the things that these Republicans and demons are trying to enact, I want you to be calm about it and realize it's because you're on the planet that I previously described, that Earth is a penitentiary for wayward angels, and all these beings that are cast down to Earth are misfits, rebellious beings that have been cast out of societies on high because they were unfit to live among decent people. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
So of course they would go along with it because they're reptilian evil beings. And they don't disagree with that lawlessness. You follow? Until the wolf is at their door.
Sure.
Yeah. Then they'll be crying like a pig stuck under the gate.
Yeah, and he also, and I thought what was interesting too is yesterday, the first executive order that he put in place was for AI, for the United States to be at the forefront of artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency.
Right, and that's why it's so important for people to watch that second video you gave me, the X Factor. Where they're talking about Freemasonry is really that Illuminati and it's been in place for a long time. And that's just the whole thing about the New World Order.
Right, and the devil worshippers.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. But it's not to be a surprise to people that overstand it can hear my voice when I say that Earth is a penitentiary for wayward angels. This blue rock is where they send all the sphincter muscles in existence. And when you think about the magnitude of existence, the infinity of it, and realize that there are billions of stars in this one galaxy, the Milky Way, and then there are countless galaxies in this one universe, and there's 7 universes on this side of the wormhole alone, not to mention interdimensional realities, then you know that the amount of beings is infinite. So that the population of Earth is really nothing compared to how many beings that exist, right? So it's not that many, but it is. These are the like I said, the ass wipes of creation that are down on Earth. The lowest of the low. But it's about time now the Creator, like in the days of Noah, Sodom and Gomorrah, he's going to flush the toilet. Except for those that righteous that are gathering and fighting for the truth, standing up for what's right and true. And this is the format to do it in right now. Propagate the truth. You know we back, and you know what your assignment is. If you've been blessed to get here, you found it by the grace of the Most High, like birds flying south without a map. So hold on to it and never let go. Hold on to this rope and never let go, and fight for it and propagate the truth and support it. You want to be safe? Fight for your freedom and for the freedom of your brothers and sisters, because you are your brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
And he had also put an executive order in to declassify all assassination files and all files that are supposed to be sealed up. And the first ones that he wanted done was on JFK, Robert Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. He gave them 10 days to produce the files for JFK and his brother, and they have up to 45 days for Martin Luther King Jr. And then he also signed an order to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to America in 30 days.
Yeah. Well, what he did also is he's placed a tariff on Mexico of 25% and a tariff on Canada of 25% and a tariff on China of 10%. And they fighting back, but they're going to have to probably give in. But that's a quarter on every dollar. He wants to raise the price on products that they import, that they send into the United States. But that cost is going to be transferred over to American citizens. Are you following me? That's right. So what he's doing is he's grinding everybody in the United States down to nothing, because the cost of living is getting ready to shoot through the ceiling. And the only ones that will be able to handle that will be the exorbitant rich, the millionaires and billionaires.
Yes.
So he's making it a class society. If you're poor, you got to go. Or even if you're middle class, you won't be able to make it.
Right, and he also has been talking about getting rid of FEMA and letting the states take care of the natural disasters. And basically, he's basically dismantling all the government.
Also about any government-funded programs like food stamps, the Social Security, and what have you. He's now placed Elon Musk over that to run through the files so that he can cherry pick who's worthy to get, assistance for their children or this or that and the other for government programs. You follow what I mean? Yeah. And you know that they're not going to be picking black people at all.
Of course not.
That's right. But I'm just trying to get everybody to put your big boy pants on and understand the devil is in session right now. Hell is in session. And you better run to the light and support the truth, because the day is going to come when you're going to be wanting to run to us. But Partner Babby Anu told y'all years ago that count them not if you're outside the city, outside these gates. There'll be people so desperate that they know they failed and can't get back in, and they'll try to throw their baby over the gates. And you know what we're going to have to do, right? We got to throw the babies back over the fence to them.
Right.
I'm sorry. So squeeze them nickels till the buffalo jump off. And don't take time to post up anything. Be a cutie buddy. Be reptile. That's right. Don't write testimonies. Don't be involved. Don't fight for the truth. Just keep on saying, I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine. I gotta look out for me and my family. Me, my family. Well, we're all the universal family.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we all brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Aren't we all one in Christ, one in the Creator?
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
Indeed.
Where you do unto your brothers and sisters they would do unto you. It's not fair for people in the class to be posting up all the time and fighting to make the classes larger and sending donations, buying spiritual packages, writing testimonies, and doing all this. And you got people sitting on their thumb, and it's like pulling teeth to get them to participate at all. Only thing they give you is an excuse, or nothing at all, because they got different priorities, and heaven is not one of them. I'm telling you right now that we on the killing floor. This is Judgment Day. Young choir, you got to stand up. You got to stand up and be counted if you want to be in that number. Today is the day you've been reading about and hearing about since you were a child. Old people used to talk about. You're at the end of time. You're right on the cusp of it. You got a front row seat. You're involved in it. So you can pretend like you don't know what's going on. I don't know. The three more. See, hear, no evil, see, no speak, no this, that. If you want to, what you're doing to your own soul. Believe me, if you don't stand up for the truth right now, you're gonna be the main one sitting there with your back in the hump, crying so hard, your tears gonna be big as the end of your thumb splashing on the floor. Talking about, I was right there with him and I could have did it. I just did. I don't know what happened. I know. You just BSing. I know what you're saying. You was taking it for granted. That's right. That's what you did. You played yourself. You knew it was real, Star Mover. You knew it was. All the people have been healed by cancer and different things in this group. It's not a joke. You don't know other group on the planet moving stars. Stop that. Or performing miracles. Or making mind links with you. I am your real Messiah. That's a fact. I can prove it 1,000 different ways and have proven it 1,000 different ways. The question is are you acting like it? Look in the mirror, and do you feel comfortable with yourself, lying to yourself like that? Because you judge a tree by what? The fruit it bears.
Fruit it bears.
That's right. So if you go judge that tree today, how would it be? Would it be found wanting? I can't get into heaven for what I did 10 years ago. This is a way of life. I have to do that all the way up until the last day. And forever, just immortality by itself is worth fighting for. Because of those of you that believe in me, even in my name, unto you give I they powers as gods. And it's just those of you that believe in me, even unto my name, unto they give I them immortal life. eternal life, and not even death can take them from my hand. That's right. And those of you, look it up, even in King James, anybody that don't believe that Jesus has come back in the flesh is of that spirit of Antichrist. Just type in King James, comma. Those that don't believe that Jesus has come back in the flesh is of the spirit of Antichrist. It'll pop right up. Don't believe me? Check it out. I am his word made flesh. He and I are one. When you see me, you see the Father. I came to my own, and my own knew me not. I was in the world, but the world knew me not. Next question.
I had a question. What's up?
All right, I'll do my best.
So I've been seeing these white crabs, but I think they're drones, but I don't know what they are. Could you give me some reiteration on that?
Okay, but I didn't share that experience with it. It's like some people have a dream and they say, "What does that mean?" But I don't loose. I don't make up things. If I didn't share that, if I was with you in that dream, or if I was standing next to you when you saw that, I could give you a description. But I didn't share that experience, so I don't want to elaborate on that. You follow me?
Yes, sir, I follow.
What I do suggest, though, is that the one asking the question knows better than the one being asked. You were there. What do you think it was? Was it possibly a UFO?
That's what I was saying. I don't think it was a UFO because it had lights on it, like a plane, but it looked like a drone.
Well, if it looked like, well, then that's what it was. It was like whatever it looked like.
Yes, sir.
But what about it drew your attention? I mean, what made you think it was unusual?
Because I always see it come out anytime I start doing the chant, like the Om chant. Every time I do the Om chant, I see it come out. Because I go out there every night, try to do the movie Saws and everything. And I would always see that, I don't know, crab drone, a vehicle in the air.
Well, that's something to consider. If it only comes out when you chant, then that's another factor you have to consider.
Okay, I follow. Okay.
Right. Anybody else have any more questions before I share a little something with you?
Hey, you trying to get out? No, but I got a question.
I'll do my best.
Andrew. So, I said something in a dream last night, and I'm wondering if I was just dreaming or if it has any significance. And because I was in between waking and sleeping. I was asleep, but my wife kind of woke me up after I said it. And I said to her, I have arrived. The book is open. The white book of eternity is open. Does that have any significance, or am I just dreaming?
Okay. Which book is open?
It said the white book of eternity.
Well, I don't know what color they are, but the book of life is open.
Good.
Right? Now, somebody asked me, how do you know if your name is in the book of life? The answer is, everybody here is born with their name in the book of life. Let me say it again. Everybody here is born in this world with their name in the book of life. And it's only you, by your works or non-works, that can have your name removed. You're born with your name in the book of life, but you have to work to keep it in there. Show and tell. That's the game we play.
Okay.
All right. I have to see if I can get that question in.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was on mute. I was just saying thanks.
I love you. Next question.
I have a question.
I'll do my best.
You know how you hear that high pitch in your ear?
Yes.
And then you have other people who are not awake. They have a high pitch in their ear too. I want to see what's the difference.
Well, the difference may be that these people haven't been called yet, but they may be possibly chosen. You follow me? And that's exactly what my point is. In other words, do you all sit there's 144,000 people with us and on this call tonight? Yes or no?
No.
No, they're not.
No.
So the vast majority of us are still out there, right?
Right. Tua.
And they don't even know we're back. So those beings would be having those high-pitched frequencies contacting them too. But the real question is how are they going to find out about us if not through you? And if you're not doing your job to reach out for them, why are you here?
Well, I brought him to class.
Say it again.
I brought him to class several times, but the dots just were not connecting.
Okay, you brought him to class, and if he left on his own free will, then he doesn't belong here. But that still doesn't mean he was chosen. Many are called. He was called, but very few are chosen. That high-pitched frequency is just a sign of the call. But a lot of people are not answering the call. There are people here with us that are not answering the call. They just think they are. You know, it's like you got this man that's a no good, useless. You know, you go to work every day, you leave him at home in his boxer shorts, looking at cartoons, smoking weed. When you get off work, he's still on the couch in boxer shorts, asking you what we got to eat tonight. And you know, did you look for a job? Yeah, I'm gonna find one. In other words, he's sitting up there waiting for a job to knock on it. He's looking for a job to find him. He ain't looking for no work. He understands this is a sorry ass nigga, and they waiting for heaven to come find him. They ain't trying to earn heaven. But he figures out a way to pay for his weed and his drugs and his whatever all the things that's important to him. That's more important than the truth, and more important than his connection, or reestablishing his vertical link on his horizontal plane with the Most High. Even Christians go to church every Sunday and put something in the plate. But you got people that whole months pass by and don't send in one donation with the real truth.
I will for you tomorrow.
Say it again.
I have a donation for you tomorrow. I meant to tell you that earlier.
Well, I love you. I've been working on something for you as well.
Always appreciate it. So I was just curious, like you can go on YouTube, tinnitus, most of the Amorites have been talking about it, and just trying to, categorize this stuff. Like, I don't know.
Did you get the gift I sent you tonight about I sent you yesterday about the black reptilians and X Factor in the email?
Yes, I did.
Very good. You get a chance to listen to them?
Yes, I'm at work, but thank you.
I love you. Okay.
You too.
Next
I have
question.
A question on the moon. Yes.
All right.
Pertaining to what you said, when we hear that sound or frequency, how do we answer that as far as the call?
Okay, it's not about an answer. When you hear that high-pitched frequency, it's like when you're looking at TV, and then sometimes you get that beep. Had this been an actual incident or event, we would have notified you as to what to do and where to go, etc., right?
Yeah.
What that high-pitched frequency is the Elohim on higher planes, and they're shooting a frequency to their children to keep you in tune with that frequency, right? So that on the last day, when it's time for us to gather and make that trip out of here before times get beyond repair, and then it won't be just a frequency, it'll be actual instructions that you can understand that'll be telling you where to go and what to do. Now, the reason that they chose that is because they don't speak outwardly about where you go to gather or what you do, because just like we speaking publicly, that means the enemy would hear those instructions as well. Now, like I said, we know that these people on earth can't stop the Elohim from getting to the place, but they may very well be able to stop you from getting to them or getting to us, you see? So they communicate with you internally, so the message is private to all 144,000. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Right. And they just keep sending out that frequency to make sure you stay in tune with them. And also, when you get that frequency, they're scanning you to see if there's any loose blood vessels in your brain, anything, and they repair it with lasers to try to keep their children safe until they get us out of out of the way of this danger. Yeah.
I have a question.
I was saying I get that often, that frequency. This is a new
That's right. That's right. Yeah. But a lot of times when you get that frequency, that's because they're doing laser surgery on you.
Wow, I hear it all the time too.
Well, they're making corrections and healing and protecting you and doing laser surgeries, and they also keep you in tune with the right channel, the right frequency. Because if you can hear that frequency, then you can hear their words when they start talking to you.
That makes sense.
That's right. They're not trying to talk to Donald Trump. They're talking to you personally. Go ahead.
So it could be very overwhelming. The pitch, like it's so like high and intense. I feel like
yes, that's good. It's a clear signal. The last time I had it strong like that, real loud, I was laying down in the dark, sleep. It woke me up, and then I saw this bright light over my head. It was a big, large, flat screen like a TV, but it was bigger than that. And there was people in the background dressed in white, like at machines and computers, like on Star Trek on the deck. And Panababianu had stooped down on one knee in the left-hand corner, and he was looking down at me, and he said, "We're coming back to get you." And then the window closed up. Yeah.
That's so cool.
He said, "We're going to take you with us." Right.
I have a question.
I'll do my best.
So, in regards to what y'all got for the high frequency, so when people are diagnosed with tinnitus or high cortisol levels,
that could be it too. That could be tinnitus. Could also cause that high pitch frequency. But you should be able to tell the difference. In other words, if people are speaking about it in this class, it's because they sense there's something different than a physical cause or malady. You follow me? Heaven, they feel it's something spiritual. You follow?
Right, same. I mean, I hear it all the time. But I work in the medical field. People come into the spot asking about tinnitus because their ears is ringing, and I just was curious.
Do you think that's why you hear it? Because of tinnitus?
I hear it.
Well, then that's a good thing.
Personally. Okay.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Again, many are called, but few are chosen. For the right people, they'll hear the right frequency for the right reasons. And for the ones that's not chosen, they may just be hearing, it might be just tendonitis, okay?
Right.
Sometimes like, I hear that too. But now it's really high.
Exactly. That's it. That's their frequency. What it is just like when if a long time ago, people old enough to remember that sometimes you used to hear the taxi cabs or the police come over your television. You follow me? They interrupt your frequency. Or you could be talking on the phone and then it's a party line, somebody else. Where you? I'm from Canada. Where are you? How do you get? I don't know. You know, they just cut into your call because the frequencies cross. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what it is. It's just frequencies. Everything is frequencies. Everything is frequencies, vibrations, modes. Modes of vibration woven together so uniquely, you can't tell where one ends and the other begins. Again, intricately woven modes of vibration, woven together so uniquely, you can't tell where one begins and the other ends. You know, planes are not distinct lines of separation like that. In other words, if you on the fourth plane and somebody else is on the fifth plane, if you're on the very top of every plane is subdivided by 7 to the 7th power of 7 within itself. Every plane is subdivided by 7 to the 7th power of 7. Many thousands of subplanes. If you're on the very top subplane of the fourth plane and somebody else on the very lowest subplane of the fifth plane, you're basically in the same place. Except you on the fourth and they're on the fifth. But the separation is so vague, you know, you can see them every now and then up the corner of your eye. They can see you, you know, you're that close. Everybody hears. Some people are closer to heaven than others. Are you following me? And some are dangerously close to the other place. It's just frequencies. But the only way you can be sure and not concerned is you have to be working for the light. How do you do that? You write your testimonies. You post a post up in every large group of media, in Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Telegram. Get this stuff out to people. You know, you all have been placed in a very unique position. It's not like a long time ago in antiquity when you had to go village to village and door to door. You have media, the cell phones and what have you. You have access to all these large groups where you can join large groups. You can go on Facebook and join every large group. And every post I say, you can post it up in every one of those groups twice a week and reach thousands of people. Thousands. And you can do the same thing in Twitter, the same thing in Telegram, the same thing in LinkedIn. You follow me? Instagram. You can post these posts up to thousands and thousands of people, and you can reach these brothers and sisters that you made reference to before, that's out there, that hears that pitch, but they don't know what to do. They're looking for you. They're waiting for you. When Jesus was walking, Mustafa Muhammad Alameen Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam with his 12 Sahaba, or Jesus with his 12 disciples, they kept sending those disciples out there to wake the people up and teach the people and bring them to him. That's what the Pentecost or the clothing, that's where the speaking in tongues came from. Because Jesus' disciples, they wouldn't get enough results, and he asked them, what's the matter? And they told him that they try to go to people and the people don't understand Galilean. They don't understand, the people got different dialects and tongues. So that was the night of Pentecost when he brought down the cloven tongues on them and gave them the power of tongues. And they wasn't all that bunk. It was the ability to go out and teach people everywhere they go the people understand them in their own language. If it was a Chinaman out there, he understood all their words that they spoke in Galilean, but it came to his ears as Chinese. You understand? That was the gift of tongues. There wasn't no rambling and crazy talk. Anytime you hear one of these Christian preachers talk about they speaking in tongues, record it. And then after they get through, wait 5 minutes and tell them to say the same thing again. And record it. You find out it's not the same. It's not a language at all. They make it up. They just making noise.
You speak French?
Some.
You speak French?
Some. Petite. My family, I'm a Creole, and my family's first language is French. But it's been a long time since I've been around. I speak Arabic too.
You parle Creole?
Say it again. It's been, you know how you speak a different language, especially when you're a child, and then you're not around those people for years and years. How you start forgetting?
But I speak French, but.
Well, who do you speak French to, brother?
Oui.
To who?
Vous parlez français?
Parlez-vous français? Poquito.
Oui, si tu parles pas.
Yes.
Bon, j'aimerais parce que je ne parle pas vraiment.
Well, I'm saying, who do you speak French to, son?
Je ne parle pas vraiment français.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to say, who do you speak? Are you speaking French for the people on the phone? Because they don't understand you. And my point is that's not the heavenly language that we're supposed to learn. Arabic was one of those, and now it's Nawapi. But Malachi told us a long time. Go ahead.
Amun, is that his language, and he's trying to see if you speak it? Is that his primary or his? And
I told him that's the language that I was raised in. But I haven't been speaking it for years and years. I'm 74 years old right now, and I don't remember. The last time I spoke any French, I was in Detroit with my...
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, does he speak it? Like he doesn't.
And that's a good thing. I'm glad he does. But what I'm saying, sister, if he starts speaking it right now, who is he talking? Do you all understand him? If his point is he speaks French, then he already made that point. We got that.
What if he has questions? Somebody can speak to him. He's on the call.
See, what he's got to do is speak in English so we can understand what his question is, and I can give him the answer. Okay?
Stanley, you're already typing in English in your chat, so maybe you can try to speak English.
Yes. We know you probably will français, my man. But it sounds like that's what it sounds like to people. Like the ant and the grasshopper, right? What is your question? Do you have a question, family? All right, who else has a question?
I have a question.
I'll do my best, and I'm ready to share something with you all. Go ahead.
You make a lot of references to the Bible, and what would you say to those who have strayed away from?
Okay, wait a minute. You say make a lot of references to the Bible?
Yes.
We make references to it sometimes because in this country, it's widely followed and believed, right? So that you have to refer to things. In other words, when you're trying to communicate the truth to people, just like I'll use the word God many times, and that's not the word of that's not the name of the Most High, but I'll use God for people because it's the name that they're most familiar with. You follow me?
Yes.
But that's the scripture that most, for example, yourself, you were probably raised on the Bible, am I right?
Yes.
That's the reason I use it. Go ahead.
Okay, never mind. You answered my question. Thanks.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right, look, let me try to share something with you all. As we gather now in this safe place and sacred space, I'd like you to take a deep breath, another, and another. Go ahead. Inhale and exhale deeply. So as we begin this journey, remember my voice. It will go with you everywhere you go. You will clearly hear me and understand me. And if any time you wish to return to your everyday conscious awareness, it will be so easy. You will simply decide when you wish to return to this room and this place by opening your eyes. It is that easy. So I invite you now to close your eyes and go within your beingness. Perhaps you might wish to set an intention for the journey we're about to share together. You might set the intention for yourself or a loved one. Perhaps humans on Earth in areas of war or devastation, or maybe your intention may be for Mother Earth. Whatever feels right for you. In this now, you may or may not have experienced your journey such as this one before in your life, or maybe you have, and maybe many with the group. But today, you are sharing a brand new energetic space with this unique group of loving beings here and now in this beautiful world of light and love. And so your journey today will be unlike any you had in the past. Now, if you wish, you may place your right hand upon your heart and your left hand right below it. And begin to breathe. Become aware of how your body follows the rhythm of your breathing. In and out. Up and down. Allowing you to flow deeper and deeper inside of your beingness. You might even imagine that you're breathing through your very heart. And through your heart, may place your hands anywhere that they will be comfortable. And let us imagine that there exists a beautiful golden cord that goes from your heart deep into this planet. This cord passes through the floor and the ground and all the layers of the earth, all the way to the very center of our world, where it anchors itself to the heart of the planet. You are now in pure contact with your heart and the earth. You're grounded and stable and strong. When you are in pure contact with your heart and its life force energy, you are also in pure contact with your divine knowingness, inner wisdom, and original source energy. When you're connected in this way, you're connected only to the highest and most pure and benevolent beings. This is your protection and also your deepest source of knowingness and wisdom. Source of knowingness and wisdom. And with each breath, this truth vibrates deeper within your body, within your bones, in your blood. In your soul. And at the same time, the connection expands your conscious awareness. And now your awareness expands you find it easy to just let go of all expectations about what might be in store for your journey. You find it easy to release the idea of anything at all needing to be in any certain way. And you find that this is a very nice feeling indeed. And so it is time to begin our journey. Not far from here is the most beautiful beach in the world. Imagine it now. Create this beach, sand so white and fluffy, soft that it cradles your feet, and you find yourself now there and walking slowly towards the shore. There at the water's edge, you encounter, the gentle and calm waves of a beautiful and clear water. See, the waves moving in slowly, and the glassy, shallow water with glints of sparkles dancing upon it. First, colorless. Just close your eyes and imagine. As it lapses at your feet, then becomes light and blue, and further away, aquamarine and serene, and further still, it turns cool, then deep blue. And as you watch the gentle sea rocking and moving ever so slowly, you look to the horizon and notice the blue turns even deeper blue. The blue turns dark and velvety. And at the furthest point of your vision, where the water meets the sky, the depths of the ocean turn purple and so very quiet. And then you might begin to have an awareness of the sun above, pulsing warm waves of its shimmering rays. And you might think to look up into the sky, the blue sky, so high above, with only a few friendly white clouds here and there. Clouds so white and filled with dreams. They float above your head like endless possibilities, endless opportunity, endless. And maybe you'll begin to see something familiar. Something familiar appear from behind one of the clouds. And as this person gently and with great ease slowly comes towards you, your heart smiles in recognition and comfort. And the closer it gets, you see and know now that this object belongs to you. It's your own personal traveling ship. You're so very familiar with it as you travel with it, most often, and many of your nighttime dreams. This ship, your very own creation, is so easy to connect with as it reads your thoughts and obeys your commands. Just like your hands move with your mind, so does your traveling magical vessel. You're connected then, and always have been. And so you might invite your ship to come and land on the soft sand, just a little ways from where you stand. When it lands inside your mind, you smile. This vessel, a sight so familiar, so welcoming, so beckoning, you travel together. For no one knows I was thinking about you, Keith Amun, with these crafts. No one knows how long, so long, the beginning of that time have turned in upon itself, and is no longer a memory at all. Neither the shape, the texture is no longer a memory at all. Neither the shape, the texture, the presence of your friend no longer a memory at all. The magical traveling vessel, you make your way to the ship and remind yourself of all of its familiar details, remembering every small part of your perfect creation and all of the wonderful places it's carried you to experience. Imagine now stepping into and settling into your vessel, and as you settle in comfort and ease, there is an awareness now that you know with your ship that the calling of the sun and a calling of the stars, and they call to remind you that you can visit worlds and places and times that exist even beyond their pulsing light. And you decide that yes, you wish to travel now to one of those places, the most appropriate place for this moment and play, the most perfect time for this time, the most aligning, reoccurring alignment. And so you and your craft begin to move so easy, so effortlessly, almost like a single being, as you head high into the sky, and the sun goes by, and the sky grows deep and rich and purple as the sea below. But the sparkles here are not from glints in the water, but from the stars. And high above this place is the portal your soul always seeks, the one created for you and by you and for you, that will take you to the most appropriate time and place and space, that the place that is perfect for you now, moving through the kaleidoscope of colors and shapes and sounds. You and your ship are on your way now, purposely yet gently, swiftly and with ease, as you move and watch. And as you pass by red stars and blue who nod their head like old friends as you continue with the galaxy and time and space, and you feel a push and pull from far away, so familiar, so welcoming, so beckoning, and in a breathless moment that lasts no time, and all you are there, and the movement stops, and the traveling is complete, and you gather your bearings and take a breath. The time and place and space that calls to you at this moment is now here before you, and so you exit your ship in a way that seems right and begin to explore the wide perspective first. What is this place? A kind of space, and the details pour in, colors, the sights, taking it all in, looking around as a point in a circle moves to complete one rotation. You register and acknowledge exactly where you are. Are you inside or outside on solid ground? No. Is it ether, seeing things familiar or unfamiliar? You take it all in, now sensing yourself, melts where you are. You feel your record. You feel you record now all the details of this. Who are you in this place? Do you have a face, a body? It's easy to trace the outlines and shapes your presence and self in this place, remembering also that just in case you see no face, that it might be that you have no outlines at all. How do you appear within your environment now? How do you interact with it? The senses come alive. Take in the sounds, sights, the smells, all that is around you. You consider now the story that is here, the person that's in front of you, by you, and for you, and with you, and then you take it all in to explore. You are with calmness. Your wisdom and faith, you know why you're here. Take all of it in. Those, the whys, the whats, and the whens. It all becomes so clear to you now. This existence, what else do you need to see here now? Whatever life is being shown is important. Pay attention to all the knowingness pouring in now. And we move through the life.
Party in the conference.
And we move through the life with grace and needs, leaving that day behind and moving towards and forward to an important day, a different day in the life that we're watching, where further details are revealed to you, where you're at now, what's being revealed to you at this moment. Who are you? Go on with this unique day, this unique time and place. Take it all in. Every detail is important. And the knowingness once and again pours in your conscious. Your conscious awareness and knowingness about why this day is being shown to you. And we move forward one more time in the life that we're watching, moving forward to the very last day in this existence, the very last day. This allows for you to look back at the life you just experienced and had a glance of knowing now what's so growth. This unique experience brought to you, becoming aware of how this life might have fast forward to the next, and the next, and the next, taking all of it in, and after some time, no one knows for how long, when time has moved and marched into timeless time. A gift to this journey here is presented to you in the clearest, most beautiful way, understanding it now, accepting this place with strength, and is graced with self, with self-defined and experience, as you should ever feel or find or believe the need to return. You can do so with ease. And so now that our journey to the past has been completed, we once again return to our ship. And that is done with the single easy thought that it should be so, and so, and so. There you are again on your own personal craft. But your unique journey not yet complete, just as we return so easily, so gently into the past. We can also travel now with ease and grace and speed to a future day in our present life, a day in our current life that hasn't happened yet, arriving now at a day that you have often wondered about. Details of this day appear swiftly, flooding in. It becomes clear to you what type of day this is. So it's with you, an emotion, of this particular time. It floods in. It's easy for you to know where you are. Your surroundings give you so much information. Soak it all in. What you do, feel, what you see, What were you just doing? Something important, very important, is happening on this day. Gather as many details as possible. What does this future version of you wish to tell you? Take this opportunity now to ask that question in your conscious mind, or never forget the details imparted to you at this time, on this day. And now take a moment as you may wish to thank this version of yourself for all that they have given you, and relieve them now with love and gratitude. And as we return to our craft once again, with only a thought, we are aboard, and our journey is close. Our journey is close to completion, returning back to the physical world now. And before you know it, you pass again the galaxy and the stars, who are friends who nod with a smile, and knowing something of your journey but the color of the trail of light you leave behind as you drift back down to the planet and the soft sandy white beach. And before you open your eyes, you take a note of the expansion of your heart and the increased step of your wisdom, and knowing you send your gratitude to all who participated, your guide, your galactic family, your ancestors, you from the future, and all of you who have spread around the world, who have joined their hearts and minds today to create a grid of love just by showing up. Thank you. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes, and welcome back. And we're back. Release yourself. Breathe. Okay. I just wanted to share that with you all. Did anybody get anything out of that?
Yes.
Hello, fam. Did you all get anything out of that?
Sure.
Okay.
I do it.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
It's just an idea. It's just an idea how you travel. And I want you all to know that you dream every night. Some of you just don't remember your dreams, but you dream every night. And what happens is that ball of light that's in your solar plexus is the Most High, that He blew into your nostrils, and thus you became a living soul. Every night, that light travels up the light cord of your spinal column, through the seven heavens, to the crown molar. It reaches up to the top of your head, raises up in vibration at the mouth of that etheric tube, makes it expand in the opening till it's wide enough to accommodate that light, which is the real you. It travels out of your head or the temple into that hollow tube, and then you experience astral flight, or OBE, out-of-body experience. That's how you take flight like shams in that light vehicle. That's very real. I want you all to know that. Now we need everybody that's serious here to go outside. It's time to perform some miracles. Especially you new people. Sister, are you here? Did you move stars yet with us? Hello, the new people. Who here hasn't moved stars with us? Kufu, what about your friend that speaks French? Is he going to move? Are you here? The brother that speaks French. Can you see something outside? I can see.
Outside. I can see.
What do you see outside? Who sees a star or the moon outside?
I see a bright star.
All right, beloved. Which way you want it to move? Okay, the bright star you focusing on, move left in the name of Amun-Rayay. Move to the left for this brother.
It's moving.
Yes, sir.
Moving left.
Yeah, I love you. Now, I want you to raise up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
It's raising up fast.
Yeah. Now, I want you to drop down the name. I'm sorry?
I just want to ask, my head shake every time that I look at the stars. Every time we do this, my head tremors.
Yeah, what it is you're waking up inside. That's all. Don't worry about it. It's just that you remember things like this a long time ago. You hear me?
Yes.
You remember, but now it's coming back, and it's a shock to you. That's all right? Okay. Because they convinced you here that there was no being sent from the Creator, no prophets, no messengers, no messiahs, no spiritual guide, and there was no miracles. They convinced you that a man couldn't move stars here. You know what I mean? They convinced you here that a man can't heal AIDS or heal cancer. That's what they convinced you of. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, we're going to make that star go clockwise for you, brother.
Clockwise.
Yes, it is. Now, just for you tonight, I'm going to make it come closer to you. Come closer to the brother in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Oh yeah, I can tell it's getting closer. It's getting bright. It's getting bright.
That's right. Now go back out. All right, family. Bless you. Next person, who else wants to move something tonight?
I do. This is Anuka. I see Orion.
Okay. All of Orion, the star constellation, swing to the left in the name of Amun-Rayay.
It's wobbled a little bit, but it's moving.
Yeah.
Moving.
Yeah. Now go back to the left, the right.
Moving back to the right.
Okay, now raise up in the name of Amun-Rayay. Raise up.
Moving up.
Moving up.
Moving up.
Now Orion, drop down in the name of the Messiah.
It's dropping down. Fast.
Yeah, it's dropping.
All right?
Yeah, it's dropping.
One more person. We got the new people here.
Thank you, Messiah. I love you.
I love you. What about the new sisters? Where's the brother that Kufu, where's he at? Get him the brother that speaks French. Let him show. Go ahead.
He's here.
Okay. Ask him what he can see outside.
Hey, Stanley, can you see anything outside? You can type in chat.
Tell him to look for a star. To focus on any star.
Ready to put a question in the chat as well.
Kufu, ask him to focus on any star.
Yes, we're texting right now. Waiting on a reply.
Right. Just tell him to focus on any star.
He's focusing now.
Okay, tell him I'm going to make it move to the left.
Okay. Go ahead.
Moving left.
Yes, it's moving left. Now tell him I'm going to make it raise up, Khufu. Go ahead. Type that to him.
Yes, sir.
Did you tell him?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Moving up.
Oh yeah, moving up.
Moving up.
Tell him I'm going to make it drop down, Khufu.
Okay. All right.
It's dropping down.
Tell him I said, s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît. It's very real, all right?
Here.
And tell him his benefactors that got him to think along that lines, that it's very real if they just go outside and look. I am the Messiah. I do love you all. Nietzsche authority. Amun-Rayay. Asa.